Welcome to Jackson County Farm Bureau's annual Project Red.
Today we're hosting Project Red Rural Education Day. We have 1,005 third graders from Jackson County here. We have 39 classrooms, and we also have several homeschool groups here with us today.
We hope that after viewing this video, you'll be joining us for our next Rural Education Day.
I think this is an excellent educational trip to take. It's a safe environment having it here at the fairgrounds, and you and your children will learn so much about where our food products come from and how safe they are in this country.
Project Red is currently a half-day field trip. The students rotate through different stations, learning about a new agricultural-related topic at each one. Promotion and education, or in Farm Bureau lingo, P&E is a passion here in Jackson County.
The P&E process in Jackson County is extremely important because being a mixed agricultural and residential community, getting the word out to the non-ag children and school kids of this community builds that basis for ag's future in the county. It informs them as to what goes on in agriculture and how their food supply is given to them each year.
We believe that educating children is a responsibility that we can all share, and we enjoy teaching the county's third graders about agriculture.
I think it's important to start with the kids and educating them about agriculture, because then they don't have as many misconceptions when they're older. A lot of times in my daily life I come across people that have never encountered agriculture, and so they only know what they're told about it. And I think it's really important that us in agriculture, that we get out and we tell our message in what we're doing. We just need to get out and show what we know.
The children get an opportunity to experience new things and learn about them.
This is a real opportunity for the kids, to see what really happens on the farm, to put things together, to really see hands-on, personal attempt to, what's really happening. It's just a really good program that they've put together here for the kids and the parents to come in here and see what's happening when we don't have going to the farm projects, where they go on the farm and see it. We do have a few of them, but this is our main one right here.
Mrs. Holton has been attending Project Red for 13 years, since the very first one.
I keep coming back because kids learn in different styles. And so when they come here, they get hands-on experience. They get to look and see and touch and experience what the rural area is like.
Jim Vidito, former school board member, current county commissioner, and volunteer, shares his thoughts on the importance of Project Red.
You realize that a lot of these kids will only have several opportunities in their life to connect with agriculture, and this is one. And to hear the questions that they ask, and to me I look at it like it's a great teaching tool to go back into the classroom and for teachers to be able to interact and bring that connection, how important agriculture is to everybody's lives today. It's a fantastic opportunity.
The children will learn many things on this day that they will carry with them.
I feel it's very important for our youth to understand the aspects of agriculture and where our food comes from. Kids that live in the city sometimes think it only comes from the big grocery store, and yet it takes a whole number of people to raise the vegetables, the fruits, and the cattle, produce the milk for us. And I think it's important that these children understand the amount of effort that goes into farming and where their food chain comes from.
And the variety of learning stations makes the Project Red field trip easy to incorporate into your classroom.
Teaching food is a great way to teach math, science, social studies, literature, English. It's a great way to teach to your standards. It's a different way to teach to your standards. Understanding that this doesn't have to be an extra piece that you do. It's something that you can tie directly to your standards and it's an interesting way to grab kids' attention about what you're doing. You can take experiences from here and you can write about them. You can do science-based projects around food. You can do math with food. You can learn about the history of food and the social studies piece behind food. So I think the important thing is not thinking about it as something extra. It's about thinking of it as something you can tie to your standards and an enhancement of what you're already doing.
Even if your school district is not based in the town of Jackson and is considered rural, your students will benefit from the day's offerings.
We study communities, Michigan, our local community, and even though we are a somewhat rural community, there are farms, but our students, many of our students aren't able to experience anything with animals or just even physically touching them or experiencing the sheep being shorn.
As you can tell by now, there are many people in our county who volunteer their time to make Project Red a success, and we all have a common thought on the day. In case you missed it, here it is again.
I think the kids need to come to Project Red because nowadays we are so far removed from the farm. We're 2 to 3 generations off the farm, and there's a big disconnect in where our food comes from. I think it's important that children know that our food just doesn't come from the grocery store, that someone had to take care of it and raise it, and they did that with care for us to consume.
We hope that you'll attend the next Project Red with your classroom.
If you haven't come to Rural Education Day, you need to come.
Absolutely.
For more information on attending the Jackson County Project Red, contact the Jackson County Farm Bureau at 517-784-9166 and visit their website at jackson.michfb.com.